So let's go over the fourth limb of yoga. The fourth limb of yoga is pranayama. So pranayama is the breath work. Prana meaning life force. So pranayama, breath work, is the life force of yoga. So just as we're here in our physical embodiment, we need to breathe to live. We also need to learn to breathe and live spiritually, mind, body, and soul. So that's why this makes the fourth limb of yoga. And I'm not going to pretend to be an expert by any means, but I'll certainly share the minimal knowledge that I know about breath work in itself. We can use breath work to draw energy into ourselves, and we can also use breath work to relax and calm our anxious body, anxious mind. So let's go over the basics. If we do a longer extended exhale compared to our inhale, we can kind of lower our body down, settle down. So if we're really anxious, really high energy, we can bring ourselves more into the presence and decrease our anxiety. With an extended exhale, get yourself into that parasympathetic situation. If we need more energy, we can do quicker inhales to kind of pull in energy from source to give us more energy. So I'll go over a couple different types of breathing exercises that I like to do. And let's get started. So you can control your heart rate if you can control your breath. This is something I like to use with a lot of my patients, especially the ones that come in that are really, really anxious. Before we try to throw any kind of meds or anything at them, I try to get them to do a little bit of breath work, which is hard when you're in the moment. I get that. But if you can practice it outside of the moment, so you have that tool in your belt, it comes to you much easier. So let's go over if you're really anxious and you need to bring yourself down. So your energy is really high and you need to bring yourself down into a calmer level. I like to do two different things. If I want to become present, I like to do what's called a physiological sigh. So it's one inhale. At the top, you take another sip. Slow exhale. Until your lungs are empty. Now notice the inhale is much quicker than the exhale. That's because that calms us, that brings us into that parasympathetic situation. Ideally, this is done through nose only, but if you're not quite there, if you're not a nose breather constantly, exhales can be done through the mouth. So one more time, physiological sigh, we're going to do just through the nose this time. We're going to inhale quickly, another inhale at the top, slow exhale through the nose. The second one's really quick. I like to do it. I just like inhale 1, 2, exhale for 4, inhale for 2, exhale for 4. And the thing about breath work in yoga, especially when you're applying it to your asanas or your yoga postures and flows, we want to keep the breath flowing. So we try not to ever have like a static breath hold unless your instructor specifically programs it for you, because we want to think of your breath work is moving this energy through your body, right? So when you're holding it, you're holding that stale, stagnant energy in your body. So we want to continue to flow it in and out. The final one I want to do is if you're low on energy or you're in a really bad mood, I like to do breath of joy. And this was taught to me by my instructor, Cindy, and I'll go over it really quick with you guys, but it's a wonderful way I've noticed to automatically feel happier, but also have more energy. And you kind of build up to it. So I'll go over the basic steps with you. So there's going to be a knee bounce with each one, and you kind of bring your hands up in front of you, bounce again up beside you, bounce again, arms all the way up. Okay, these are your basic movements with your body. All right, so arms in front, arms by your side, arms all the way up. Okay, and then back down. All right, let's add inhales to it. So you're going to inhale again at the top, deep exhale on the way down. So inhale at the side, inhale at the top, deep exhale, and make a flow of it. You can get bouncier with it as you go. And the exhale is through your mouth. And I like to use that exhale, that release at the bottom, to just release everything. So I'm releasing all the tension in my body, my neck, my traps, and then we're building again and again. And you can go through this flow as long as you need to, as long as you feel it feels good for you. Of course, never so long that you start to feel dizzy. You'll notice your heart rate's up. You'll notice you kind of like have this more energy, and that's why I love it. So, breath of joy. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.